yourself, that's funny.
There we go.
Yeah, beautiful. See, it's so it's frosty cold. You can't see the privilege for this down. Oh, you can.
It's like Johnny Boozer effect.
You have a this.
Ah, you have a prosecco. Shit.
Nice. Prosecco Mittwoch.
Fuck, I'm just gonna put it here and start advertising immediately.
Alright then, let's have a look.
Right,
Hello?
sit in the
No,
middle,
but-
that's it.
Hello?
Okay, yeah.
All right, testing 1, 2, 3, testing. Wah! That's as loud as I might talk.
That's fine.
Sweet.
Morning radio voice.
Hi there,
Hello.
everybody. I just want to welcome you to
Hello?
my regular show. Mm-hmm.
Look how he's smiling.
Okay.
So we have a just to check. We have a what's it before we have a we do this part first. So I might as well have this
I'll
in
actually
hand.
yeah, you have it in hand, absolutely, but I'll throw to you from the intro again.
Zaule. Zaule?
Zoila.
So,
So
Zoile.
think of soil in the ground.
I will.
That's your
Zoile.
assumption.
Berlin's newest dance floor.
I don't know whether to put this on. Might be too much.
If you get it wrong, then you can.
It wasn't too much.
Like,
It was a bit much.
I thought, come on.
It was a bit much, I
It's new for everyone.
a bit much just then.
Kit thought it was too much.
What was it? Are we talking about the light?
Yeah.
It was a bit much.
Sweet, we've got 4 minutes. I've got plenty of time to have a breakdown and then come back. And
Right, okay. 4 minutes to roll. Whoop, 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 whoop.
The fan is off. The pressure's on.
Get your drinks rolling. Have you got your drinks rolling?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm gonna
You
make.
should open your drink live with your teeth.
Yeah, I think that's.
Break out your teeth and everything.
Hello?
Okay, can you try something?
Hello?
Oh, good. Can you talk?
Hi there, how are you? You
Hello.
alright?
Yeah, I think I've got
Are you
everyone.
okay? Yeah, cheers, yeah.
Is this me or is this Kit? Ooh. Ah. No.
You should do like this
Prost.
typical.
Prosecco.
La. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. With the teeth,
Shit.
the teeth.
Nice.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Your love is like a roller coaster, baby. I want to ride. Ride.
Can you repeat
Oh, sorry. Shit.
Yes.
The big black bug bled black blood. Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth. The teeth.
10,000 yen, release notes, Dr. Nika.
Cedric Mathon.
Walkman,
Cedric
One,
Mathon.
Two,
Zola.
Love United, Love Another Time, featuring Robert Owens.
Bird-Jane.
Introduce it as Virgin.
It's Bird-Jane's
Oh my
newest
God,
dance
all
floor.
the different
Get
variations
on
of
down to
Virgo.
Bird-Jane.
There was
Are we,
Nine coast.
YouTube, Facebook, was there a third?
Please have sent
YouTube, Facebook, was there a third?
One of my friends
referred
to Berkheim. Berkheim, I have this great new club called Berkheim.
YouTube.
YouTube.
again.
Okay.
It's the joke, it's on my day.
So you'll just tell us when we're live, yeah? And I'll go from there, pal.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live now. Check that out. It says live now. Whoop, 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 whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
no, I mean, we're live on YouTube now, but we're not live on LOCKD, so as soon as it's live on YouTube.
So it'll go.
But it's just a black screen at the moment, it's just that. Yeah.
But basically, if I click this, is that what's going to go live?
Yeah.
Cool.
August 30th, what day is that? Sorry.
No, I guess that's a week from today. Today's 23rd. I probably wouldn't watch it if I were you there, because it'll be off-putting, because it'll be...
Oh, don't worry, mate. I'm a pro.
5 seconds behind us.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not. It's just so I know that, like, if it's so I've got it as a reference point. I'm not going to literally be staring and watching it.
pen.
The house song, and it has this sound of the house, and I listen to the lyrics.
So was our first thing? What was the
Intro
one?
from me, and then I'll throw it to you.
And then the
So every
covers
time
thing.
anything's
What's on?
happening,
Yeah.
anytime anything's happening, I come to you and I basically tell you what it is.
Oh,
Do you see what I mean?
I reckon you should do. You should.
Oh, are we live?
Ta 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 ta
Are
ta
we
ta
on
ta.
the internet?
oh.
We are on the internet.
So which camera are we looking at here for full focus? The center one, right?
We are on the internet.
Hey.
I like it. I like it.
Can people hear us talking yet, Alex?
Huh?
Can people hear us talking yet?
Yeah.
People can hear us talking.
Weird.
Ah.
We're
Ta
going.
Ta 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 ta.
Our lives have truly begun as of this moment.
Diction is done with the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
Okay, this is Locked TV, Locked Weekly. There's 3 of us sitting here. My name is Kit Proudfoot.
I'm Piers Caldwell.
And I'm Eileen Walker.
3 people, as I just told you. We're doing this weekly show. We're going to be talking about what's on Locked TV. We're going to be talking about what's going on in Berlin, the city we're currently in right now. And I think
You're going to have to do this again.
I'm going to have to do it again, just in
Yeah.
case you can hear me, Mum. I'm going to have to do this again. But I mean, it seems to be going okay. So it's went black. I'm just going to talk about my experiences as a boy growing up in the northeast of England.
Yes.
Just in
Yes.
Just in case we're still just still on the internet.
Oh,
right
we're
now.
totally live.
So
100%.
I was a young boy from the ages of 0 till my teens,
Mm.
and during those years, I was as young as you could think.
Younger in some ways.
In the earlier years, certainly.
Mm.
And I enjoyed it. It was a great life. I think it was probably similar in some ways to the Midwest. Would you say so, Piers?
I would say most certainly, from what I've known from the north of England, it's quite comparable.
Comparable to the Midwest. We're talking about the United States.
Yes.
Whereas, hold on a moment. Where are you from, Eileen? Different place entirely.
Singapore.
Singapore.
Wow.
Far East, in fact.
Tell us about Singapore.
More like Singer quite rich, am I right?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What's it like there? I've heard the hotels are magnificent.
Just the one actually, Marina Bay Sands. The rest are pretty average.
Okay.
But yeah, but that one Marina Bay Sands with the.
Marina Bay Sands. I don't know it. I'm not going to pretend I know Marina Bay Sands in Singapore, but I would
Oh, we
like to
actually-
stay
we
there.
actually are.
If this show goes well, maybe they'll invite us. Who knows?
Oh God, we're actually
So
being
I'm-
sponsored by Marina Bay.
So as I can see, we're all talking on the internet now, Alex. So everything's good. Don't worry about it. I've got it right here in front of me. So we're going to start the show. We're going to start the show.
Okay, wait. Let's run the.
Oh no, we're going to start the show again. In
Let's
fact,
run the intro.
very simple.
Run the intro.
This is the. If you've just joined us, my name is Kit Proudfoot. This is,
Piers Caldwell.
and this is,
Eileen Walker.
and we're doing Locked Weekly. Locked Weekly is the show on Locked TV, a TV station from Berlin, where we talk about what's happening on Locked, what's happening in Berlin, the city I just mentioned, and also new releases, new release music. And maybe another topic or two will be broached along the way. Who knows?
Mm.
Who knows?
I do like a cheeky broaching.
I like to broach a topic now and again.
I love it.
Speaking of broaching topics, we could start with what is on in Berlin. Alan, can you take us off? What is on in Berlin? What are your choice picks?
So there's the eye contact experiment this week, apparently, or next week, the 30th of August. And it's an experiment where you sit in front of a person you've never before and just start looking into each other's eyes as you feel like it. That is it.
What is the feeling you feel here, do you reckon, when you look at people in their eyes?
I'm not sure. Look at my eyes. Deep blue, like,
It's like an abyss.
yeah,
right?
deep blue abyss.
But a good one. A good
what
good
sort
abyss.
of past would you think I've had?
One in the north of England.
There we go. Yes, you got
I
it.
can see the north of England in your eyes.
Deep in my eyes. Okay, we've got one thing. What else? What else have we got? Have we got any Italo-based parties going on?
And you should ask that, Kit. We have got at Urban Spree starting tomorrow the Italo Disco Festival, and at a hummus festival at Birgit Beer.
Oh, can
So,
we jump
yeah.
from one to the other?
We can. I think they're not far from each other, about 5 minutes.
Can you
so
take
yeah.
the hummus into the Italo?
Oh,
I think it's off brand.
probably
for Tom.
Bevorton.
Perhaps not.
Probably.
So be careful. You know, be careful.
Be careful doing that. Maybe go for hummus afterwards.
For sure.
Would you go for hummus afterwards or before?
Definitely afterwards.
Oh no, before you've got to like fill up your stomach. and
Really,
then go
but the
in.
Italo then it kind of brings it up, don't you think?
Italo
While
is
you're-
a very energetic music, and
It
I'm
is.
worried that it might just. And this is, listen, I'm talking from personal experience.
You've
here.
been hummused
I've
before.
I've had
Followed by Italo disco.
exactly,
Mm,
and
mm,
it's a hell of a concoction.
it is.
It really is. But this is Berlin. It's a melting pot of lots
Go
of
for it,
different
kids.
cultures,
Do
you
it.
know?
Speaking of which, Japanese and Korean Summer Festival is also on this week.
Oh,
So
very
yeah,
nice.
I mean, I personally think they're like leaving Singapore out, but who knows? Maybe I can just make my own.
There's a niche. I think there's
It
a niche
is.
in the
There
market
is a
for you
niche
there.
that needs to be filled.
Yeah.
Singapore swing,
If
sling.
anyone's, yeah, exactly. If anyone's watching and they want to set up a Singapore festival with Eileen, then please just get in touch. We'll make it happen.
Shoot me a direct message.
If one of the four of you watching right now.
Yeah. We'll make it happen. It's 5 actually, thanks.
Sweet.
But I am one of them. So, but we will make it a success, and in record time.
Mm.
It will be. What's the name of that hotel in Singapore?
Marina Bay Sands.
It will be the Marina Bay Sands of Berlin festivals.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, right. Well, this Friday, August 25th, by the way, let me start by saying that we have no connections to this whatsoever. We just think it's the dopest thing on this week. Hypercolor and Friends will be playing at the Zoila.
And friends.
And Friends! I'll tell you about the Friends in just a moment. It is Bergane's newest dance floor. So kids in Berlin, make sure you head out to that Bergane.
Bergane. Is that the name of the place it's at?
It is. It's the Bergane.
Oh, Bergane.
It's
Sorry,
the
I thought you
Bergane.
said Bergane.
It is one of the most famous clubs.
I thought it was
Clubs,
pronounced
even.
Berkheim.
No,
it's Bergane.
no, absolutely
Yeah.
not. In fact, they hate it when you say it that way.
Yeah.
Tom DeMac will
I
be
thought it
playing.
sounded Cape
It is
Verde.
not. It is Bergane.
It's Bergane.
Bergane.
Come on.
Can we cast a vote out, please? Is
Yeah.
it?
Yes, but, you know, fine. Bergane, Bergane. You
But
know.
help us out, please, because this is going to be a real problem. This is just the pilot, and we're already falling out. So
A
you
thumbs
guys-
up is a thumbs up for Bergane.
Yeah, for Bergane, thumbs up.
Thumbs down is a thumbs down for not
Berghain,
Bergane.
If you think it's Berghain, the famous club in Berlin, give us a comment. So it's either thumbs up or a comment. Thanks.
Unless you're watching on the Lock TV, in which you can't do either of these things, in which case just, pour yourself a drink. Tom DeMac is going to be
Speaking of which-
live.
Come on, let's go.
We're going to have Faulty DL, Matt Carmil, and Cedric Maison will be
Oh.
rounding off Mr. Hypercolor himself.
Oh God, it sounds such like an intellectual affair. It sounds really
It's the
quite
kind of
something.
person who might frequent Bergane.
Yeah. But it's Bergane's newest floor. What's that called?
The Zoila,
Zoila.
Indeed.
That's beautiful. Does that mean something?
I'm sure.
I think
I'm
it needs-
sure
is
it does.
It
Mom,
does.
please.
We actually have someone.
Is
Is it columns?
Yeah.
So Bergane's columns.
It's a
What does it
columns.
Columns.
Like
Columns.
Okay, it means a column. What singular?
Yeah, it's because of the
The column in the dance floor.
Beautiful.
picture
Oh.
downstairs. With
Like the Colosseum.
Yeah, like the Colosseum. Like the Colosseum. It's like the
Instantly.
Colosseum in Romay.
But not.
What else we got going on?
It's a very Friends inspired name.
It's a very
Oh,
French inspired name.
Thanks,
yeah,
Mala.
Bergane, Soleil.
Zolet,
And you would
Wait,
know that,
Maison.
Marlon.
Wait.
Go there, Friday.
Wait, Marlon.
Bergane, you know where it is. Not to be outdone, on the 26th, that is Saturday, Oscillate Extended will be going down. Going down somewhere. Do you know where it's going down?
About blank.
About blank.
About Blanc.
About blanc.
There's a theme here.
It's actually about blanc. You just have to. Freak Out Cult All Stars Fatburger will be there,
Oh
along
my
with
God.
yes, the much lauded Aussie Fantastic Man. Not to be outdone, his sidekick Tin Man will also be there. Yes.
Oh my God, Tin Man's there as well.
Tin Man will
This
be
is-
there.
This is nice.
See, yeah.
There's some serious parties going
Yeah,
on in
both
Berlin.
Fantastic and Tin Men.
Who would
Who
have
would have
thought?
known Berlin
I-
is this
well,
good for dance music?
I'll tell you what, it's going to be scintillating in that tent all
We're gonna
night.
be oscillating.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Kate Miller will be there with her parasol.
Shout out to Kate Miller on behalf of Joe.
Yeah,
Hey.
Yay, Kate Miller, woo!
well done, Kate. And fruit and oscilloscopes will be provided so you don't have to bring them with you, thank God.
Sorry, fruit.
And oscilloscopes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so don't bring either one,
Oh God, that's
because they
amazing.
won't let you in.
Yeah, okay.
Hot food will be available from the gorgeous Funga Hunger. It's,
Fungal hunger.
yeah, it's not very good with
Does
American
not sound
accent. Funga
appetizing.
Hunger, indeed.
Sorry.
And they would like you to remember that consent is the sexiest thing you can bring with you.
Oh, a message. Very nice.
It's a PSA, if you will.
That's very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't expect that at the end, but I respect it and I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Indeed, something completely different from all this stuff is also on August 30th, that is a Wednesday, there will be a preview screening of David Lynch's The Odd Life by the Berlin Film Society.
Oh.
And a quick little factoid for both of you. I am 83% sure that I once saw David Lynch absent-mindedly stirring a coffee in a Dunkin' Donuts at Alexanderplatz.
What? You are joking.
No, I'm not.
So when were you? He was just chilling, just doing his coffee thing.
Dude, he was lynching it. Like, he was looking off
Yeah.
and just stirring
Yeah.
and, like, looking morose.
By himself.
By himself, no one else was in there. This is like 3 in the morning. And then the person at the
No one
front
there
was...
was in there but you.
I was walking through. I heard he might be there. And then the guy, you know, at the corner was just like kind of like doing one of these and just looking off.
No.
Opposite direction from Lynch.
No. What? There was just a guy doing
Yes,
this.
he's just wiping one spot. I'm not joking.
Was he talking backwards at the
He,
same time?
he wasn't saying shit. It was all just like people in their zones.
Oh man,
It's
that's
incredible.
So good. That's
Yeah.
the thing that gives you like a miss a beat of your heart.
A twinkle in the abyss.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, man.
That would get me in a big way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Oh my
dude,
gosh.
and I saw it's a tableau in my mind. It will
It
forever
sounds
be there.
like a tableau.
So
I mean, that's a lot of stuff going on in Berlin. I've got to be
it's
honest.
a lot. It is
I mean,
a
they're
lot.
going to have to decide between David Lynch and the eye contact
Is it the same time?
experiment. Yeah.
It's the same day. I mean, you can skip between both, can't you?
I think the point of this preview screening is to let people know in the broader sphere that a screening is happening,
Oh, and it's
Right.
for the free wine and bread.
and for the free wine and bread. So maybe go to this, get your contact lenses checked at this party.
I'm not gonna lie. If you want to catch David Lynch, though, he's not gonna be at the screening. He'll be at the Eye Contact Festival.
Or-
Like, you know what I'm
Or
saying?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, or Dunkin' Donuts, man.
One
Come
of
on.
the two.
So if you're on the lookout for an actual Lynch, check out the other ones.
Yeah, do it. Just triangulate that. Just go to all three.
In
There's
the
stuff
home.
going on, is what we're saying though. That's the.
Grab a drink at
Yeah.
each.
Yeah,
you
are
know?
we done? We got all this
I'm
stuff.
done, I'm
oh
done.
my
Yeah.
gosh, we got a track. Our first track of this show. It's a big moment. So we've.
Oh,
we've,
that's
we've,
me.
Yeah,
That's me.
we've really went all out on this. Please,
Good.
please. I've been waiting for this since I got told about it 55 minutes ago.
This track,
Yes.
Maya Jane Coles is releasing her next album, Take Flight, on Friday, and this track is called Work. Work?
Work.
It's like twerk, but without
Yeah, the original work.
Where?
First song on the show.
So we are now. We are now.
Who knows? Who knows? freaking out about, right? Because this is basically the thing. In the show, we're probably going to have one thing that in the preparation of the show, when we talk about the music, when we talk about what's on in Berlin, when we talk about what's on Unlocked throughout the week, we have conversations. It happens, you know what I mean? You end up having these conversations. And we go, did you hear about the thing? Anyway, every week we're going to have a, did you hear about the thing? And this week's kind of, did you hear about the thing was, and I'm sure some of you might have heard of this, it's the maddest thing I've ever heard. Basically, there's a scandal surrounding Spotify at the moment in relation to them creating fake artists, right? We were talking about this. Creating fake artists in their playlists so that, let's say they got 50 pieces of piano music, right? 5 to 10 of those artists will be complete fabrications. The names won't exist anywhere else on the internet, right? They will essentially bought music from an artist, gave it another name, and then that artist doesn't exist anywhere. So your favourite piece of piano music might be made by a ghost. A ghost person, right? So this is going on, Spotify are denying it, right? Everyone kind of knows it's happening. And this is the kind of thing we've been talking about this week. And Piers right here, you're a real artist, not a fake artist.
Sometimes.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, what did you think when you heard about this?
I thought it was great. I mean, artists make too much money, and I think they, I think they need to calm down with it.
Oh.
I think Spotify is a burgeoning company. I hope they make it.
Burgeoning.
They're burgeoning, a burgeoning company. I'm scared for them. No, it's horseshit. You know, for a multitude of reasons. I had a couple of EPs stolen from me early on in my illustrious career.
By Spotify?
No, actually, it was before them.
They were stolen and posted by someone
Well,
else?
no. So they were commissioned by a label,
Right.
and that label never paid any of us.
Really?
No. And then we got a cheeky email a few years later saying, we didn't really hold up our end of the contract, so you're released from it. So.
What? So hold on. So did they release it anywhere else and make money?
Oh no, they released it to loads of compilations, and I still find.
Did you know about this as it was happening,
tracks.
or were you kind of like finding out? Oh,
No. Yeah.
This compilation.
Yeah. I would literally just look at things and find myself on it.
So basically, what Spotify are essentially trying to do is remove the annoyance.
Yes.
Which is you. They're trying to remove the annoying part of the music business, which is the artist.
Yeah. It's the worst part, really. It was, certainly. Yeah,
just get rid of them.
I mean, if you're starting up a label, just go straight to Spotify. You know, just don't bother with the
Just
artist.
sell yourself to Spotify. Sell yourself to
Yeah.
Spotify,
I mean,
God.
no, screw it.
If you're starting a label, don't worry about talking to artists.
No,
right?
do worry about the branding. Get the branding done. You know.
And then
Get a couple of videos of some shit, you know, unlock,
and then just go to
or just
Spotify.
steal the videos off YouTube. They love it. So no, it's all good.
Yeah, but we would never do that at Lock, though, would we?
No, God, no.
Because that's the one thing we're not allowed to do.
No.
That's like the number one singular thing we will never do, and we've sworn an oath.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
We've
We've done a blood oath, in fact.
A blood oath, yes.
Yeah,
yes. God, I nearly
Don't worry, we did the medical thing beforehand.
We did the medical.
It's
You
fine.
know the thing, the medical thing.
The medical thing.
So I'm gonna up the scariness ante, right? Because I held a little bit of this back, right?
Let me take a swig of my
Please, yeah.
my discussion beer.
Yeah, take that discussion beer. Take a beer. Take a beer.
Can I take a
moment.
swig of my discussion prosecco?
Please.
Yeah, God, I feel rubbish now. I'll take a tap water break.
It's fine.
Basically, what I left out here
This is
is.
my prosecco if you want.
Ooh,
These are all three sourced from Germany, by the way.
are they?
Berlin, maybe, in fact.
Tap water, Berlin tap water.
Hey.
Nothing better.
It's
Well, government juice.
yeah.
Government juice.
Tell you what, it's not
Berlin's
from
premium
Portugal. I'll tell you
items
that.
also.
Yeah, freeze it up. This is the other thing, and this is what's the most fascinating to me. And I don't have I don't know if this is going to work, right? But at the same time as this is happening, and Spotify are denying it. By the way, I'm subscribed to Spotify and I listen to it all day, every day.
Yeah,
So
nice
I'm
one.
not I'm no activist. I hope you realise.
It's like bloody Spotify as I put on Discover Weekly.
God.
I'm just
one of
so
these
angry. I
artists.
just need my calm down playlist.
Yeah, exactly. Damn your brilliant usability.
Oh, it's just so convenient.
Stick on
I never have to
Chill.
purchase any music. It's fantastic.
So I'm a huge fan, by the way, Spotify, if you're watching, but also evil, right? Because they are actually, at the same time as all of this is coming about, they have been buying like world-class, absolutely incredible AI, artificial intelligence, by the way, just in case...
For the audience at home.
Exactly, yeah, for the audience at home, in case you didn't... So basically, they've been buying these companies, right?
Yes.
They've been buying these companies, so they're trying to skip even the artists that they're paying 500 quid for a bit of piano music.
Yeah, good.
So,
I mean, once you've... No.
I mean,
Once you've heard one piano bit, you've probably heard a lot of them, haven't you?
That's what everyone says. Just, you know.
I mean,
piano.
it's kind of a logical move, really. I mean, I'm not supporting it, but if you have this like multi-billion-dollar company and your biggest outgoing are all these artists that you have to bloody pay, then isn't it better if you just make your own artists or steal some other artists or buy some AI companies that will make some songs for us and then just give them to people that actually like, because you can use AI from the companies that you've bought to then discover what people like listening to and then play that and then just...
HR is the biggest cost. It just needs to be cut, man.
Spotify
to the top!
How good do you think it's going to be? Because I think AI will eventually be able to make literally chart music.
Well, they can make poetry at the moment, apparently.
Come on, hit us with a bit of that.
Oh God, I don't even want to read out. It's so bad.
Give us a reading. Give us a reading of some AI poetry. But I think they'll be able to do. I think they'll be able to do pop music, but not like, you know.
But at the end of the day, I don't think you can bypass human. People always want to be connected to the music, connected to the people who are creating the music. So, I think AI's got a long way to go, or technology's got a long way to go before people actually resonate with the music that it's creating. Who knows? Maybe I'm just being a massive Luddite.
No, I really hope you're not.
I really hope I'm not.
I'm so freaked out. I'm so freaked out. I've been like mega freaked out by this all week.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, for me, it's like yes, okay, theoretically, a computer could, like they study chess moves, go back in the past and study all of the past music. But that then, by definition, they can't then create music that's of the future. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they don't. And then music is of the future is a combination of music of the past. But then the thing you have to sense isn't so much does this note sound good. You have to sense the zeitgeist or whatever. You have to sense the feeling in the air.
Maybe AI can.
This sounds like a push for the comments. What do you think about AI taking over your earwaves?
Yes. Oh, and any AI bots out there, please just share us, like us. We will only succeed if
keep us on the good list for the singularity,
How
right?
is it going to be if half our followership is just AI bots?
That's the world. That's the world now. AI bots is the internet.
Save us, Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon.
Oh, Elon Musk he's already been like speaking out against he's been warning people about AI taking over the world and them making robots that are going to kill everyone.
Is it weirder that I'm more scared of them making music though?
Well, but see,
it's like
no,
they could take over the world or worse.
Kid, I tell you, I think it's actually very clever because first what they'll do is they'll like kind of get everybody like, AI isn't so bad. Yeah. That was a good tune. You know, and then boom, there goes your mom off into the thing, you know what I'm saying? And then there goes your sister kind of jacked into the ship.
What's happening to my sister?
She's getting jacked in, man.
To the mainframe.
To the mainframe.
Like she's being used to power.
You like that Johnny Depp shit, that movie?
Wait,
what's the transcend? Not that one. the Keanu Reeves one.
Do you mean the Matrix?
Yeah, yes, but both. There was a new Johnny
Depp was in the Matrix?
No.
Everyone in the comments, let us know if Johnny Depp was in the Matrix.
Did you spot him? Easter egg?
Bloody hell. Track. We need a track.
We need a track. All right.
Track number 2.
Scratch AI. We're going to have to move on. In fact, the opposite of AI, the core of Africa, where it began. It began in Africa. And we're following up with Beating Heart. It's a collective of artists out of South Africa who have now just released a new EP that is built on sampled field recordings from the 1950s. Profits of the series would go to support Women's Legal Centre, which promotes gender equality across South Africa. It's very cool. This is Cohen's Yella.
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 That's a hot mess. That's a jamboree.
That's a real jamboree of mess. Honestly, we actually weren't expecting that. For some reason, because of the start of the tune, I thought it was going to be this nice track that got us in this groove and stuff. No, not the case.
No.
Not the case at all. That is unreal. Tell us what it is again, please, Piers.
That is Cohen's Yella after Breaking Hearts? Beating Hearts. So before they break, they beat.
Yeah, that's really nice. Really nice. Okay, so I just want to really quickly tell you what's happening on Lock this week. We have rapid eye movement, which is I started in my audition for this show. I don't know if that. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Full circle. Rapid eye movement. Twilight music is the definition of the genre. Ambient soundtrack / film, just in case you didn't know what soundtracks were. Modern classical, chill and Valerian. Just relax, for heaven's sake. It's early in the morning, you know. Just please. In the evenings, we've got Larry's Living Room, Deep Soulful, Detroit, NYC, Chicago, Lo-Fi House. Basically,
Jack had a groove!
he working on it, he still does. And then Friday,
Hasn't lost
Saturday,
it.
from midnight till 4 a.m., we have Vita, which is techno.
Techno.
I believe it is pronounced techno.
Techno.
I think Berghain really likes techno.
Berghain, they plays the techno. They loves it.
I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier about all of that.
I could, but I won't be.
I think, Piers, you said you had some people to thank.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I'd like to thank Aileen.
Eileen.
Oh yes. Yeah. No, but John, I got by that as well. It's gonna happen.
Is that I?
Yeah, I think it's like artificial intelligence Ling.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it's
Except
spelled.
I'm genuine.
But you said it was like smiling.
It's like
That's the
smiling
way to
without
think
the
about it, yeah.
It's like smiling without the smut.
Yeah, smut.
Right.
Take that smut off.
Well, I will also take that back because. Never mind.
For that.
I'd like to thank you, Kit.
Oh, Piers.
I'd like to thank Alex, who's running the ones and twos.
Oh.
I'd like to thank Marlon.
Marlon. Who's come all the way from France.
He's come here from
to
France.
join us.
And I'd like to thank Joe, who's in the corner, giving us energy. Our people. How many people now? I'd like to thank all 5 of the people who aren't Kit watching. Thanks for doing that.
Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Excuse me. Okay, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're done.
Oh, we're done. Okay, well, there we go.
There you go.
Great show.
Guys!
Great show.
Oh yeah. Oh. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Amazing.
Well done.
Wonderful.
That was really wonderful.